Imagine a mirrored wall stretching 170 kilometers across the Saudi desert, longer than the distance between New York and Philadelphia. Now, picture it rising 500 meters in the sky, wider than two football fields, housing 9 million people in a city where no cars exists and you can travel from one end to other in just 20 minutes. This is the line. Saudi Arabia's audacious answer to the question, what if we can build a perfect city from the scratch? Part urban experiment, part national monument, part technological showcase. It promises to be the most expensive construction project in human history. Some call it future of the luxury living, others whisper it's the grandest mirage ever attempted. A 8.8 trillion gamble on redefining what it means to be a human in 22nd century. But before we step inside the futuristic dream, we need to understand why such an extraordinary vision exists at all. The line wasn't born from the pure imaginations. It emerged from the very real urban chaos plaguing cities worldwide. Traffic congestions choking metropolises from Los Angeles to Mumbai. Urban sprawls divorce countryside while leaving residents trapped in endless commute. Air pollution kills millions annually. Traditional cities built over centuries of organic growth seems increasingly inadequate for the modern life. Saudi Arabia faces an even more pressing challenge: survival in a post-oil world. As fossil fuels demands peaks and renewable energy reshapes global economics, the kingdom must reinvent itself. Vision 2030. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's ambitious reform program aims to transform Saudi Arabia from an oil dependent nation into a global hub of technology, tourism, and sustainable innovation. The line represents the ultimate expression of this vision, an architectural flag planted in the desert to announce Saudi Arabia's arrival as a futuristic powerhouse. Where Dubai built upward with Burj Khalifa, Saudi Arabia is building horizontally with the line, creating not just a building but an entirely new form of human settlement.
Step inside the line through the hidden marina, a breathtaking underground harbor carved into coastal cliffs. 200,000 residents begin their day where luxury meets impossibility. Yachts dock at private berths while sky gardens cascade down mirrored walls, creating vertical forests in the desert. Your morning commute is a silent, autonomous pod whisking you through climate controlled corridors while artificial intelligence optimizes your route. The city's 6 tier transportation system ensures you're never more than a 5-minute walk from vertical mobility. Perhaps you work in floating office complexes reflecting the Red Sea's turquoise waters, or visit the 350-meter high stadium suspended in mid-air. The city anticipates your every need through ambient sensors and predictive algorithms, adjusting lighting to your circadian rhythm and suggesting optimal walking routes. It's a world where technology doesn't enhance life, it orchestrates it with mathematical precision.
Behind the line's gleaming facades lies Enova, Saudi Arabia's $5 billion commitment to renewable energy innovation. Solar arrays and wind farms will power the city entirely through clean energy, while the world's largest green hydrogen production facility promises to export clean fuel globally. Advanced desalination plants will process Red Sea water using renewable energy, with innovative systems converting brine waste into concrete for construction. Artificial intelligence govern every aspect of urban life. Smart grids balance energy consumption. Predictive healthcare monitors residents through ambient sensors, and autonomous logistics ensure seamless delivery without human intervention. The high speed rail system, traveling at 500 kilometers per hour using magnetic levitation, connects the city lens in 20 minutes, powered entirely by renewable energy. Vertical transportation through ultra fast elevators eliminates horizontal travel for most daily activities. On paper, it sounds flawless, but reality is rarely so perfect.
The line's most stunning feature might not be its mirrored walls, but its exploding price tag. Initially budgeted $200 billion have spiraled to $8.8 trillion by conservative estimates, with $8 billion already written off. McKinsey reports suggest full completion could take about 55 to 80 years if ever achieved. More troubling are the mounting human costs. The Huetat tribe, indigenous to the construction region, faced forced displacement with minimal consultation. Activist Abdul Rahim Al Huwaiti killed by Saudi security forces for opposing the project, while others received death sentences or decades long prison terms for resisting eviction. Construction workers, primarily South Asian and African migrants, report unpaid commutes lasting hours, excessive schedules, and dangerous conditions that have already claimed lives. The project's impossible scale forced dramatic revisions. The original 170-kilometer vision has been quietly reduced to just 2.4 kilometers by 2030, with completion dates indefinitely into the future. The future city may remain permanently under construction, a monument to ambition outpacing reality.
Beyond social costs, the line's environmental promises may be its most fragile claims. Critics argue the project represents sophisticated greenwashing rather than genuine sustainability. Building 500 meters mirrored wall across 170 kilometers demands unprecedented quantities of steel, concrete, and glass. Just one foundation module requires as much concrete as all three pyramids of Giza combined. The construction alone may pump more carbon in the atmosphere than decades of operational savings offset, making sustainability claims questionable at best. Ironically, this supposed environmental savior may devastate the ecosystems it claims to protect. The massive mirror facade creates a deadly barrier for millions of migratory birds crossing the Red Sea corridor, while desalination brine waste threatens fragile marine habitats. Desert wildlife faces unprecedented habitat fragmentation, The energy realities are equally daunting. Maintaining glass wall comfort in desert temperatures exceeding 50 degrees Celsius requires colossal cooling systems, while heavy reliance on desalination in one of the world's driest regions strains both renewable energy capacity and environmental limits. In practice, keeping the line habitable may demand as much energy as an entire mid sized nation. The promised AI driven efficiency comes with its own risks. When daily life depends on perfect algorithmic functions, transportation, climate, food delivery, system failures may paralyze the entire city. Residents may find themselves in a technologically sophisticated prison where convenience comes at a cost of autonomy and spontaneity.
Dubai offers instructive comparison. 40 years ago, it was a modest trading port. Today, it's a global luxury destination with iconic architecture and thriving tourism. Dubai, through incremental building, testing concepts at smaller scales, and adapting to market realities. Singapore provides another model: gradual, sustainable growth, prioritizing environmental harmony alongside economic development. Both cities prove ambitious urban visions can succeed through patience, flexibility, and respect for human needs. The line represents a fundamentally different approach: revolutionary transformation instead of evolutionary growth, where Dubai and Singapore built over decades. The line attempts to create an entirely new form of settlement in one massive undertaking. It's bolder, more visionary, and infinitely riskier.
The line is built to dazzle with mirrors, but its sharper reflection may be of us. How easily spectacle replaces substances. Standing at the edge of the Saudi's desert, it's impossible not to feel the pull of impossible dreams made manifest. In a world increasingly defined by limitation, climate constraints, resource scarcity, social division, the line promises transcendence through sheer audacity and unlimited wealth. Yet, the gap between vision and reality has never been wider. The line may ultimately teach us as much through its failures as its successes, revealing the limits of top down planning and the irreplaceable value of organic urban growth. In a world where true rarity is becoming authentic connection with nature, perhaps the greatest luxury isn't technological perfection, but environmental harmony. Perhaps the real question isn't whether the line will succeed as envisioned, but what we learn about ourselves in the attempt. Do we want cities that inspire us to transcend human limitations, or cities that honor what makes us human in the first place? Would you choose to live in the line's algorithmic perfection or in Dubai's imperfect vibrancy? Still the real luxury capital of the world? Let me know in the comments. Until next time.